Hey, what's up, champions? Gediminas here. Hope you guys are doing fantastically well. Welcome to Financial Freedom TV. And today I wanted to talk about taking the long journey of your business. So if you're watching a replay of this video, please do me a massive favor and stick hashtag replay into the comments. If you're brand new, if you're watching one of my videos for the first time, please do say new in the comments as well. And if you get value from this video, feel free to share it. Maybe somebody else will find it interesting too, or just tag people into the comments below. So a business is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Even though we want to go as fast as possible, we want to grow as quickly as possible, it's going to take some time, especially if you're ambitious, if your dreams are big, if your goals are quite audacious, right? It's going to take some time. It's probably going to take months, and most likely it's going to take years to build a humongous business, a fantastic empire. And that's okay, right? You've got time, right? It's no problem. But very often when people see this long journey ahead of them, they get overwhelmed. They panic and they go, oh, maybe this is not for me. Maybe this is going to take too long. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe that's, and they start doubting themselves. And there's few things to it. One, the time going to pass anyway. Well, let's say it's going to take you 5 years to 10 years to build a successful business. Oh, Gediminas, 5 to 10 years. Oh my gosh, that's a long time. Yeah, I know. But the 5 to 10 years is going to go by anyway. Like you want it or not, 5 years from now, you're going to be 5 years from now. 10 years from now, you're going to be 10 years from now. The question is, how you're going to be there. When those 5 years pass, are you going to be in the same place that you are right now? Or are you going to be in a completely different place? Well, that choice is yours, of course, right? But when you look at that long journey and, oh my gosh, it's going to take so much work and so much effort. Yeah, for sure. But how do you eat an elephant? Well, you eat it one bite at a time. If you eat elephants, of course, that is, right? You take it one step at a time. So this long journey, instead of looking at it as this massive long journey, as like, oh my gosh, how will I ever build this team and how will I ever reach these goals? Look at it as a step-by-step process. What's the next small step that I can take? And what's the next small step after that? And what's the next small step after that? You don't need to know the whole thing. You don't need to know the whole journey. You just need to know the small steps, right? That's step number one. And number two, take the rest. If you were climbing up the mountain, I remember a few years ago, we went up the Ben Nevis in Scotland, really tall mountain, a lot of climbing, hours and hours and hours of climbing. What do when you get tired? You take a rest, right? Well, in business, you don't take a rest per se, but you can still take holidays and stuff like that, right? But very often, that's personal growth. That's personal development. So when you're feeling stuck, when you feel like you hit the wall, and when you feel like this, you ran out of ideas, you ran out of things to do or strategies, that's the time to do some personal development. Take a rest stop, take a pit stop, do some personal development, and this idea. And I could use this idea, and I could use that strategy. And again, you're refreshed. Again, you're re-energized to go at it, to keep at it, to continue the climb, right? You know what I mean? So take it in small steps, have the rest when you need to, and you're going to get there. You're going to get there eventually, and I promise you. The only way to stop it is if you stop. The only way for you to fail at it, the only way for you not to reach the results is if you decide to stop, if you decide to quit. You see, pain is temporary, but quitting is permanent. Pain is temporary, but quitting is permanent. So you may feel some disappointments. You may have some, some failures. You might, experience some challenges, and that's all temporary. That's all temporary. But if you decide to quit and to stop it and to give up on your dreams, then that's permanent. That's with you for the rest of your life, and the pain of regret, they say it's bigger than anything else, right? So don't do that. Just take a rest and take another small step. What's the next small step that you can take? What's the next small step after that? And just keep going. Just keep going, and you'll get there eventually. And that's the tip for today, my friends. Hope you got value. If you did, feel free to share it. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you at the top. Bye for now.